We've always known that we have Asian in us, but to know that we're one of the first Asian families in Austin, it's just amazing. I take a lot of pride in it because, I mean, not many people can say they're the first or one of the first to do anything. And to say that my family has been here that long in Austin, you know, it means a lot to me.
I'm Esther Chang, and I work at the Austin History Center as the neighborhood liaison for the Asian American community. Chelsea Sing, or his real name really is Zhou Fengsheng, was a Chinese man who came to the United States to find employment so that he could support his family back in China. He ended up marrying a Mexican-American woman in Austin named Frances Moreno. And so they had 4 children, and since then, now there's 5 generations of them still in Austin.
When he came, he was sort of young, didn't know anybody here in Austin. They landed in Galveston, and they worked their way to Austin. And this is where I guess this is where he met my grandmother. And after he got married, well, he just made it his home.
Basically, he ended up in the laundry business, eventually opened up Hong Lee Laundry on Congress, 5th and Congress, I believe.
And then from there, they moved to 7th Street. And then from there, we moved to this house. In this house, we stayed about a good 40 years.
This home was the first property to be bought by my family, the Sings. My great-great-aunt Margaret Sing purchased it. It's pretty amazing that, you know, she was just working at a laundry, at cleaners, and she was able to purchase this home, and she paid cash for it. She was very proud of this house, you know, the accomplishment that she made buying it for her family. And while she was alive, her brother lived here until he passed away, and his wife, her sister-in-law, lived here until she passed away.
The family has discovered about 2.5 years ago a box in Margaret Sing's home.
And how that box ended up in the attic, because my aunt at that time, she was already, what, 60, 70 years old? I don't know how she got it up there. But all his documents were in this box.
This family and this collection is a dream come true because not only was it a surprise discovery for them, but for us this was the first, and probably it will probably remain one of the most important collections here because of not only the age but the content itself. You know, it's significant in Asian American history. It's, you know, it's got a lot of firsts, if you will. So for us, it's a huge acquisition, and if I can get more archives like this, it would be, you know, beyond my wildest dreams. But I'm proud to have it, and the family has since gotten so much joy out of sharing that story with others, and I think that for both us and them, it's been nothing but, you know, good things. And, you know, I'm thankful to Zhou Sing for having kept, and Margaret Sing as well, for having kept a lot of their records safe.
My mother and I were just looking for more photos. Good. And as we went through some, we found the letters, you know, yes. And that was just 2 days ago.
Great.
So as we go through more photographs, maybe we'll come across some more letters and some more pieces to the puzzle.
Wonderful. I know he would have been very proud to see this, his family's, you know, history being preserved.
Yes, my great-great-aunt Margaret Sing, his daughter, was, you know, very proud of her family and her Asian heritage, and so I know she would really, so this is what she would want.
Yes. For
everything to be preserved.
Great.
Oh, okay, that's my mother.
Oh my goodness, Teri.
When I did look through the book, through the box, and found everything, and talking to Esther, and it just kind of hit me that this one afternoon I had 2 girls with me. On the stove there was always a pot of steamed rice, always. So I'd get my bowl and I'd serve myself, so I served them. And I took it to them, and I said, here you go, and there's a soy sauce. And they just gave me this look like, what are you giving me? I said, it's rice. Well, it's not cooked. I said, it is cooked. Of course, now I realized they were used to the Mexican rice.
Every day. That was my snack every day, so until the meal was ready.
That's Anna.
Oh, is it?
That's her.
Oh, okay. There she is. Yeah. She definitely, you know, I remember her saying, oh, I looked so Asian when I was younger.
When she was little, she had the bangs, and she looked Chinese. And then one day she came and she said, you know, I don't think I want to go to school anymore because, especially this one kid, he always says that I'm Chinese and I don't want to go to school. So then next day I went and talked to the nun. She said, you don't worry about it. I'll straighten this out. So when Anna gets home from school, I said, well, what happened today? Did they call you Chinese? She said, no. But this one kid that was in line, because they told them, you know, they didn't want nobody calling anybody names. And that kid was looking at Anna, and Anna looked at him, and then he went like this. She said, but he didn't call me Chinese.
I think for me personally, and I think also for them, that it has built more of a, to take a stand and be proud of that, and responsibility that comes with that, to be able to pass it on not only throughout family, but also in the community as well, that Asians had an important role to play here in Austin.
The Sing family's house that was owned by Margaret Sing and now Raul Aguayo, that house is the first structure in Austin to be designated historic that is of Asian American descendants.
Being that I'm here at this house, I still feel my aunt's presence. You know, this house meant the world to her, and so that's what I'm going to try to do is, you know, remodel it, update it, and live in it, and preserve it for future family members, generations to come.
And we're proud of you for doing that, because if it wasn't for you, then in your interest in your own culture and heritage, I don't think we would have gone this far. So if nobody's ever said it, I'm telling you that we're extremely proud of you and that you have this, that you've done this for the family. All right.